we have a news story that I find really interesting because Yo Dog Respawn. Respawn's a fantastic developer, and they revealed a new game. So
they did.
Yeah, it's Star Wars Zero Company, which is a gritty Clone Wars story.
Yeah, and this is going to be a tactical shooter. They'll embark on a campaign of tactical operations and investigations across the galaxy. Between missions, they will develop a base of operations and gather intelligence through a network of informants. Players will have the freedom to create and customize their own squad of recruited operators to know a cast of newly authored Star Wars characters. Yeah.
So by tactical shooter, we're talking like XCOM?
So it looks like the game itself, like they only showed a CG trailer, but it looks like, they're making Star Wars XCOM.
Okay.
Is what they're making.
All right.
Well,
it's an interesting choice for Respawn.
Look, I have a joke with Respawn right now, and it's they're gonna be doing anything but Titanfall 3 forever.
I mean, yes. I guess this is them being like, we figured out the shooter. Let's try something else.
I mean, I also think that Respawn in particular has a whole, like, they have a department now that just works on Star Wars games. Like, that's it. There's just the Star Wars games department.
Yeah.
And I guess that they finished Jedi Survivor, and they're like, what do you want to work on next? And they're probably just like, I don't know, Star Wars XCOM.
Yeah, I wish I cared about Star Wars at this point.
That's kind of where I'm at. Like, I'm gonna be real. When I first read Tactical, I was like, oh, are they making a Republic Commando type game? And I got a little excited.
Yeah.
And then it was this, and I was like, oh, all right. I just don't like. I really liked Jedi Fallen Order, and I got like a quarter of the way through Jedi Survivor, and I'm just like, I'm good. I don't need, like, that's the exact Star Wars game I always would have wanted. It just came out 4 years too late.
Yeah.
Like, I have full access to the Force, and multiple lightsaber styles. Like, you can do dual blades, you can do one in each hand, you can do the one hit. Like, you have all these options, and it's like,
the sequels have done some damage that, like, I remember we were doing our movie reviews, and I remember Rise of Skywalker came out, and it's like, I don't know, that's mindless fun. I had an enjoyable time, and then the more I sat with what I had watched over time, just like, fuck.
Yeah, like, man. Like, that was a movie that, like, was so bad that I came out of it being like, oh, yes, that was okay. And then I, like, sat on it, and by the time I came into that recording, I was like, this movie sucks. This movie sucks so unbelievably bad.
It was like, I had a good time as long as I turned my brain entirely off and, like, didn't think about, like, trying to connect it to anything else Star Wars. Just like, oh, I'm going to see an action movie. Oh, they held the little piece up, and it's like the Goonies, where it shows where the place they got to go next, I guess, is fine. Whatever. There's horses galloping on top of the starship. Whatever. Yeah, fine. It's yeah. I hear Andor's really cool. I want to watch Andor. But like, I know that thing is made for my interests, and I don't want to go back into the world of Star Wars. And I'm done.
I'm just, there's just so much, and I'm so burnt out. Like, and it sucks because like I think the breaking point for me was Ahsoka. Like, I watched Mandalorian season 1 and 2, loved them. They were great.
Sure,
they were fantastic. I watched Obi-Wan. I thought that show was all right, but those last 2 episodes so goddamn good.
Okay.
You know, and then I skipped Mandalorian season 3. I forget why. I do kind of want to go back and watch that one.
Okay.
I watched Boba Fett, and I was like, oh, this is just Mandalorian season 2.5. And then I watched Ahsoka and I was just like, I'm tired. And outside of the stuff that's like linked to the old Star Wars stuff I really like, this kind of sucks. I
I
don't
mean,
know. And I like
yeah.
and I keep hearing Andor is great and Mando season 3 is great and like Bad Batch is all right. And I'm like, yeah, I'm sure all of those things are true. I just don't care anymore.
Yeah.
Like I am more than happy to sit down and watch old Star Wars movies. Like they got Revenge of the Sith playing at theaters right now, and I thought about going.
Interesting.
I love that movie, and I
It's a
love
good
old
movie.
Star Wars. I am more than willing to go plop on A New Hope or Empire or like Jedi or even like Revenge of the Sith and like just vibe out, have a good time, watch a movie.
Mm-hmm.
That is not like, but I will not. I don't care about new shit, and there's always so much of it coming out all the fucking time. I'm so fucking tired of fucking Star Wars. I don't. Anyone could not be fucking tired of Star Wars at this fucking point. I don't get it. I love Star Wars. Star Wars is a fucking great franchise, a great IP, and a great story. But go on Disney Plus right at this moment. And like people talked about how Marvel was putting out a lot of shit, and they were.
Yeah.
It does not even compare to the amount of fucking content that Star Wars is putting out all the fucking time. Star
It's
Wars Young Jedi Adventures, Star Wars Acolyte, Star Wars Visions, Lego Star Wars Rebuilt the Galaxy, Star Wars Andor, Star Wars Obi-Wan, Star Wars Light and Magic, fucking Star Wars Skeleton Crew, Star Wars The Bad Batch, The Mandalorian, Star Wars Ahsoka Sabine's Loth Cat.
what?
Yep, it is a help babysit Sabine's loth cat, Merle, while she explores the galaxy. It's a 2-hour, 8-minute thing you can watch on Disney Plus. Fucking
All right.
Star Wars Tales of the Empire, Star Wars The Clone Wars, Masters and Apprentice, The Making of Ahsoka, Star Wars Rebels, Star Wars Biomes, Star Wars Tales of the Jedi, Star Wars Vehicle Fly Through, Star Wars Lego Star Wars Summer Vacation, Star Wars The Clone Wars, Lego Star Wars Droid Tales, Star Wars Galaxies of Sound,
Oh, okay.
Star Wars The Resistance, Lego Star Wars Terrifying Tales, Lego Star Wars All Stars, Lego Star Wars The New Yoda Chronicles Race for Holocrons. There are a whole bunch of other Lego Star Wars shit, a bunch of documentaries,
Sure.
like Jesus fucking Christ.
And of course, not all that
it.
is meant to appeal to us. None of us are watching the Lego Star Wars stuff. That's for the kids that have Disney Plus. I get it.
I get it, but like Jesus, aged Christ. Well,
Part of me, like, this says it's a Clone Wars story. I'm sitting here thinking, like, I wonder how cool it would be if they just took the Zelda route, like we were talking earlier, and just be like, you figure out where this is on the timeline. We're just making something with the general vibes. There are lightsabers, there are blasters, there are mercenaries, there's droids, whatever. And just leave it the rest of it to individual creators to make a cool story. Isn't that what those shorts were kind of about? What was that thing?
I know. They did that anime that was all right.
That's what I was.
That was
I
like
was
a bunch of
thinking
vignettes.
Yeah, that seems like more. I haven't watched that, but I kind of want to check that out because that seems like the way they should go. Because I don't care about the larger story anymore. I do not care. I don't. Whatever.
Look, this. If I was in charge of Star Wars,
Mm-hmm.
which that would never happen.
Yeah.
But I would stop all of it for like 2 years,
Mm-hmm.
5 years. Nothing comes out. The park at Disneyland stays the same.
Mm-hmm.
Everything just like we finish up all the projects we're working on right now, and then it all stops for 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
And we just make one really good movie.
I mean,
And we put it out.
that's how Star Wars got big, right? It was like they had people writing novels, and then every 20, 30 years or so, here's 3 good movies. And then we're leaving, and then you can make some video games. They made video games, a bunch of video games throughout, but
yes,
as far as like visual, like movie and TV shows, it was like 3 things, and then maybe a show.
We're including video games. Star Wars Outlaws came out last year.
Yep. Yeah.
Jesus fucking Christ.
It's a lot. And at this point, I'm just like, just give me the fantasy sci-fi vibes. There will be the music and the lightsabers and the blasters and these helmets we're looking at. Like, sure, yeah. But
I will say they have calmed down a little bit on the video games since the 2020s.
Sure. And with Respawn at the helm of this, it's probably going to be a good game.
Yeah, probably.
So
I think it will be a good game. I'm just, I just can't. I cannot like give any fucks about Star Wars anymore.
Right, and then this has like, and again, maybe people will go and check it out purely because it's Star Wars. Maybe it's like Respawn doing this. Like that'll be enough for more hardcore people who know about the industry, may be interested in it. But I'm just like, okay, it's an XCOM game, which is not like one of my. I'm not really interested in XCOM games. I played a couple, so that's a barrier for me. Here's a story that's set in the Clone Wars. I'm so burnt out and have been done with Star Wars for so long. I think this cast of characters I know nothing about, it's going to be a real hard sell. Like, it's really going to be word of mouth. Like, the word of mouth needs to be good about this game for me to get into this.
The only way I would give a single flying shit about this game is if it is either the best one of these kind of games that has ever been made, or alternatively it plays and is unbelievably dark as XCOM is.
Sure.
Like if it is just like the most horrifying nightmare version of Star Wars, sure. Why the fuck not?
Yeah, I don't know. I wish them the best. It's Respawn, so it'll probably be a good game.
Yeah.
And who knows? Maybe this is the thing that pulls us back in. Who knows?
I'm always open to it. I'm more than willing to watch or try it, but man.
Yeah. Yep. Star Wars. I don't know, man. Let's talk about something else.
Somewhere in a galaxy far, far away, I give a fuck.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep. Hey, Elder Scrolls Oblivion